And joining us on this broadcast is K. Annamalai, Tamil Nadu BJP Leader. Mr. Annamalai, vanakkam. Thank you for your time. I want to focus on what's happened today, Mr. Annamalai, in Delhi, where you had an impeachment motion set in motion, courtesy the DMK taking signatures of some of their allies from the India Bloc. The impeachment motion is against Justice G.R. Swaminathan. What do you make of this? In the impeachment motion, they say that Justice G.R. Swaminathan is not impartial. He's not transparent, and there are questions of the secular functioning of the judiciary, and that's where they've moved this motion. Your first remarks, sir.
Madam, the very unfortunate event that DMK MPs, part of the India Alliance, they were able to get 120 signature, mainly only from the MPs from the India Alliance, to move an impeachment motion against the judge, Mr. G.R. Swaminathan. Now, in the history of our country, all the impeachment motions, if you look at it, I don't think any impeachment motion is moved against a judge for delivering a verdict. People have moved impeachment motion saying that corrupt, against the constitution, different versions. But this is a classic case where the DMK MPs, as part of the India Alliance, have chosen to move an impeachment motion only because the judge has done his duty in the court. Now, we have to understand this, madam. It is a long pending issue. From 1920, different OS suits, different kind of petitions. And what Mr. G.R. Swaminathan ji has done this time is he hasn't done any demarcation of what belongs to Hindus and what belongs to Muslims. He has said what was there in the original 1920 order. He has only attended to a single query of lighting up the lamp at Deepatun. In the previous verdicts in 2014 or in 1996, the question was, nobody has asked about lighting a thing at Deepatun. Everybody have wanted to light it at the topmost point of the hillock. And in this order, very clearly, judges mentioned the topmost part of the hillock, there is a dargah, nobody can light a lamp, only has given permission for Deepatun. So that DMK has took it as an offence. And they're trying to play the whole game, trying to bring disrepute to the parliamentary process also. Not only that, madam, and today also in the contempt petition, in the court of Mr. G.R. Swaminathan, we could see how willfully the government authorities, the police commissioner and the collectors, willfully disobeying his orders, not only on the Thiruparankundram issue. He has mentioned 3 orders. In the month of November and December, how 3 of his orders are willfully disobeyed by the Tamil Nadu government. Instead of bringing impeachment motion against the Judge Swaminathan, it is important that somebody should ask the Chief Minister to resign from the power in Tamil Nadu. Yes, the Honorable Judge has mentioned in the month of November, he has given a very specific judge in Kanyakumari in a place called Killiyur, and he has directed the district collector to behave in a certain way because his order was against a certain thing. There was a hillock called Mailadum Parai, and the dispute between Hindu and Christians, he has given an order, the collector disobeyed. Again in Dindigul district, in a place called Perumal Kovil Palayam, the Honorable Judge has given an order in November, and again it is disobeyed. Thiruparankundram, he has given an order, again it is not Thiruparankundram issue, it is 3 orders in the last 2 months. The DMK government has chose to disobey. Now conveniently they bring this Thiruparankundram, try to twist the whole issue as if the judges acted against the spirit of constitution. The judges acted as per the spirit of constitution. It is a well reasoned order. In fact, the higher bench, again a division bench where 2 judges were there in the same, the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court, they have dismissed the previous allegation of the government also. Of course, it is in Supreme Court. Now, to put the other things in perspective, when the government of Tamil Nadu has gone to Supreme Court on appeal, when the matter is before the Supreme Court, what is the point of bringing this impeachment motion? So it is shameful, it is illogical, it only shows the level to which DMK government can stoop. And I see a larger point in this. They want to threaten a judge. If a judge gives an order which the DMK government is not in agreement, they want to use the process of impeachment as an option to threaten the judge, to cow down the judiciary, to bring disrepute to judiciary. That is what I am seeing the larger angle.
No, but Mr. Annamalai, this is a constitutional right. If they want to go ahead and impeach a judge, this is the process that's usually followed if you don't have faith in a judge, which is what the DMK is doing. I want to focus on one particular point also mentioned in this impeachment motion, where they've said that this particular judge is favouring advocates from a particular community. Now, I had the DMK on the show earlier. They're saying that it isn't just this judgment. Repeatedly, this judge, Justice G.R. Swaminathan, has been giving verdicts favouring a particular community.
Very, very unfortunate, madam. Extremely unfortunate that DMK has chosen to speak this language. And the same Mr. G.R. Swaminathan has given an order against me. I am sitting right in front of you. And he has given an order against me. In some case, I had to gone to some other court to stay what he has given against me. I'm just telling you. So simply because Mr. G.R. Swaminathan has given an order against me, a citizen called Annamalai, did I speak bad about the judge? It is his way of interpreting the law. We always have the higher courts to go and appeal. And this was a case of a hate speech where he chose to see whatever I spoke as a hate speech. Am I complaining against the judge? So I don't know what the DMK is speaking. In the classic case of Mr. G.R. Swaminathan, it is only the Thiruparankundram issue where DMK has taken particular offense. Now they want to twist it. They want to twist and bring all angles to say, no, all his verdict, be it in Kanyakumari, Killiyur, or in Dindikkal, or here, is favoring one particular community. It is all well-reasoned orders where the collector and the commissioner simply refuse to disobey, simply refuse to obey that order. They disobey. And none of the administrative people want to talk about it. Now the whole of Tamil Nadu, the law and order is in shambles. There is no semblance of government. There is no semblance of administrative machinery. Now only they want to take offense for Thiruparankundram. They want to bring the cause to which the judge belongs into question. And whatever order he has given till now, they want to see from the selective interpretation of the cause to which he belongs or to the religion to which he belongs. Very, very unfortunate. I can give you classic cases, madam, where many high court judges, their fathers and mothers were office bearers. Some MLAs, somebody were in DMK party member, they have become high court judges. I'm not complaining now. There is a process of selection. They have come there. In each of those verdicts, if I start seeing that once you were a DMK member, your mother was a DMK MLA, then the whole of judiciary cannot stand on its feet. It's very unfortunate that DMK has chosen this level, has chosen to stoop to this level to play politics.
Let's talk about what's happened in Thiruparankundram as well. Was this a needless controversy, Mr. Annamalai? For years now, for decades now, we've had Karthigai Deepam being celebrated there without any problem, being lit at the designated site. Why the sudden demand that we go ahead and light it at the Deepathon? Did that unnecessarily flare up this entire issue when a festival was being celebrated with no issues, peacefully at that temple?
Madam, I will give you the background. Of course, the last 100 years, I agree with a certain point of view that in the last 100 years that the lamp was not lighted on the Deepathon on the day of Karthigai, which happened to be December 3 this year. But before 1920, it was on. It is a process where there was a big dispute from 1920 to 1930. The matter went all the way to Privy Council. For 10 years, the matter had to go here and there. So they stopped lighting there. They came to a place called Uchipilayar Kovil where they started lighting. Now we have to understand in multiple judgments, each of the judgment was bringing this closer to Deepathon. If you look at the previous judgments of 1990s, where there was a peace committee meeting, where the Muslim brothers themselves came and said they don't have a problem if Hindus chose to light it up Deepathon, provided it is 15 meters away from the Dargah. Nobody had a problem. Now in the court they say no, the Muslims are forced then to sign the agreement at the peace committee meeting and RTO. Even the judgments of 2014 and 17, it spoke about the top of the hillock, the highest point. In fact, Mr. Swaminathan was very clear in his judgment. The highest point, nobody can light a lamp because there is a Dargah there. Very clearly, it belongs to a Muslim community. We are only talking about a point that is lower than the highest point where a Deepathon is there historically. And that is where he has given permission. Now suddenly DMK people want to say no, it is a stone, it is a boundary stone. This stone was kept during the trigonomical survey, the great trigonomical survey that happened in our country. Now literature of Tamil in the Twitter and social media, a lot of Tamil scholars are posting how at different points of time when Thiruparankundram was described in the last 200 years of Tamil literature, the Deepathon was very clearly mentioned. The Deepathon's only purpose was a place where on the Karthigai Deepam day, light has to be lit. Only in the last 80-90 years, something has gone wrong. It doesn't mean that we have to set the historical wrong right. I'm only seeing the current judgment as setting a historical wrong right, and it is not disturbing anybody. There is a Dargah, yes, it belongs to Muslim. The judgment is not disturbing that. There is also a flight of stairs leading to Dargah. The judgment is not disturbing that. There is also a flat piece of land where the grave of Muslim elders are buried. The judgment is not disturbing that. And in various records, it is proven that Deepathon is part of the temple. And the funny part is, after the judgment was given on December 1, it is the temple's executive officer who is going on appeal against the order, not the Dargah. It is the temple's executive officer who's supposed to protect this Deepathon, which comes within the boundary of the temple. He goes on appeal against the judgment. The Dargah people came on appeal only on the 4th of December, of course, after the instigation of the DMK government. I don't see anything wrong, no peaceful, no bus damage, no public property damage. Everybody came to Madurai peaceful. There were more number of policemen at a certain point of time than the Hindu protesters.
No, but Mr. Annamalai, you've been an IPS officer. So when the Tamil Nadu government cites law and order to say that's why we couldn't implement a court order, they're saying that all of this is a controversy colored by politics, mired in politics. They say that this is the BJP's polarizing politics taking shape in Madurai. And so they've cited law and order to say we can't go ahead and put out a court order, implement that court order. As a former IPS officer, what do you have to say about that? They're saying riots would have broken out.
Ma'am, December 1st, when the order was issued, no law and order issue was there, no proclamation of 144 CRPC or the 163 BNSS. December 2, no promulgation of order. December 2. December 3, no promulgation of order. I'm just bringing facts into perspective here. December 3 happened to be the Karthigai Deepam day. When it was not lit up at 6 o'clock, the judge took a 5 p.m. petition, then petition became a 6:05 contempt petition. 6:05 issues an order that CASF should go to the top of the hill along with the petitioners to light the lamp. Suddenly, the police produces 144 CRPC on the evening of 3rd at 6 o'clock. Again, this 144 CRPC, which is 163 BNSS, was called into question by the court itself. When they called for the document itself, in fact, the division bench observes a loose sheet of papers. The papers were manipulated. In fact, the division bench judge says the 163 BNS is said it was manipulated to show the time that is before 6. The whole drama started after the judge admitted the contempt petition. Now, the police says there is a law and order happening, madam. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Now, we are 9th. In the last this many days, has any Hindu protester damaged even 1 paisa of public property? Nothing they have done. Even that order itself is illegal. On 4th, they have arrested our state president Nainar Nagendranji, a lot of our senior leaders, including H. Rajaji. Yeah. Even that arrest itself is illegal because no proclamation was in place. They never had any document in place to arrest those people. Now, if we say it is a law and order that was manufactured, that was created, that was orchestrated by the state government. It was orchestrated law and order issue. Even now, as we speak, Madurai is peaceful. Except the police force that is deployed in thousands, they made it like a war zone. They've got all the barricades and set it up.
Okay, you've leveled a big charge there saying the entire law and order issue has been manufactured, but we leave it at that, Mr. Annamalai. We're seeing on one hand, of course, the legal battle continuing. Political battle lines are drawn, unsurprisingly, considering election is coming up in a few months from now. But now that's also moving forward with an impeachment motion that we're seeing play out in Delhi. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Annamalai. Nandri, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.